Hey everybody. Okay, let's just hope my selfie stick doesn't tip over while I'm trying to record this. So I am doing my review of the new fall products from Younique that I just received in the mail today. Hey! And I'm going to do it here. I want to answer any of your questions that you have. And then I will also share this on my YouTube page after the fact. So, yay, I love the hearts. I can't wait to go over these products with you because I'm so excited. So I put my makeup on about 4.5, 5 hours ago. I haven't touched it up. I haven't done anything. And it's still, like, my skin looks perfect. My eyes look perfect. There's no creasing. I ate lunch, so the lipstick came off, but I'm actually going to put it on for you on camera so you can see just how pretty it is. So, hi everybody. Okay, so what should I start with? I've got the lipstick, I've got the Addiction eyeshadow palettes, I've got the foundation, the concealer, the brow gel, the brow pencil. Where should I start? Anybody have a preference? The palette, okay. I thought that might be the case. Okay, so I got palette number 3, and I'll do foundation next and then lipstick. Okay, so I got palette number 3, which is the roses and the purples. So the colors here are, let's see if I can see it, tickled, ecstatic, determined, smitten, flippant, cheeky, and irate. Irate is like a true black, so you could use that as a liner or as a smoky eye. This is a shimmery dark purple. I actually have that. I hate showing my eye makeup, but it's in the crease right there. And then flippant is like a matte mauve color. Smitten is kind of it looks more gray in this. In person, it looks a little bit more taupe. But it doesn't have any like glitter in it, but it's not a matte. But this next one is a matte. And then there's ecstatic, which again, it looks a little bit cooler on my screen than it does in person. This is like a really pretty mauvey brown. And then tickled is like a good rose color. So I am wearing the question is the palette made out of plastic or heavy cardboard? It's heavy cardboard. And then it's got the mirror on top, and it's got a little magnetic closure, so it won't just open by itself. So that's nice. So yeah, this is number 3. I'm gonna get number 1 and 2 when they come out on September 1st. And I love how big the mirror is. Hello. Ooh, look at that. And so yeah, today I put on flippant as the base, just like on my lower lid. And then I did my crease in cheeky, and then I did smitten as the highlight color. So I just used these 3 right here. So yeah, super nice. Lots we can do with this. There's gonna be so many fun ways to play with this. So yay! Okay, and then my next favorite product is the foundation. Yes, goodbye Urban Decay. Hello Younique. But I can't talk about the foundation without talking about the concealer too, because these kind of go hand in hand. The question was, can the eyeshadows be used wet and dry? Yes, same as our current eye pigments. You can do it with rose water. You can also make your own liner with the eyeshadow pigments. So I'll come back to that. I'm going to do like a big Q&A at the end so I can kind of get through the products and then answer questions at the end. Okay, so let's start with the concealer. This, a little teeny tiny bit goes a long way. I actually overdid it on my first application. I mean, it's just like a little tiny applicator tip right here. I seriously used like this much on my hand, and it did almost my entire face. It did all of this, did my whole chin, did my whole forehead. I just kept blending it because I was like, you know, like it was still there. So you just need like the tiniest bit of this. It goes such a long way because obviously you don't need to cover your whole face with concealer. And so this, I got velour. I might even go, you know, I'm going to get a bunch of the shades anyhow, but I'll probably go a shade lighter to really get some brightening under my eyes. And so yeah, but this you need like you don't need hardly any of it. So when I had this almost all over my entire face, I think next time I do it, I have like freckles a lot around my mouth right here. Like that's a freckle. Even down here are freckles, but they can kind of look like blemishes if they're not blended. So I think I'm going to try to focus that more around my mouth than under my eyes next time. But anyhow, so I'm having a cat explosion over here. So this ended up being almost all over my face because I used too much and I used barely any. So I did that first. I did my Glorious Primer first, and then I did this. And then I did my Touch Foundation. I'm obsessed. My skin feels like a baby's bottom. Like, you know how your skin feels after you put primer on and it's so smooth? It's exactly that smooth, but it dries in like a powder finish. It's, it says liquid foundation, but it's basically a wet to powder finish foundation. And if you've ever watched any of my videos or if you know me at all, I don't do face makeup. I don't like it. It usually makes me break out. It's just not my thing. But I've tried BB cream, I've tried pressed powder, but I don't like that heavy coverage. I like a really light coverage. And this actually, it went on so sheerly and it feels so lightweight. But it provided the coverage that people are looking for with like a thicker coverage without feeling like you've got a bunch of junk on your face. So this is life-changing for me. So let me show you how it goes on. So it's got a little eyedropper at the top, and then you can probably see right here it's not full. I didn't squeeze it, but that's how it comes out. And then let's put some on my hand. So it's just like that little teeny drop would probably do half my face, because like I said, I like kind of really sheer coverage. And I did not bring my foundation brush in here with me, but the foundation brush from Younique put it on really, really easily, and it didn't leave the streaky lines. This is Taffeta. This shade is Taffeta. So I applied it with the brush, but you could totally apply it with your fingers. So I don't know if you can see that, but it feels like silk going on. It feels like the primer does going on. And the makeup artist at convention, I'm already wearing it, so like you're not going to see much of a difference probably, but I just wanted to show you how smoothly it goes on. And the makeup artist at convention suggested starting in the middle of your face and then blending it out, because you're going to want the most product in the middle and then just blend it out. But seriously, I can apply it with my fingers and it just feels like glorious going on. And this, obviously doing it in the phone screen isn't the best light, but it's just gorgeous, and it just feels so smooth. It doesn't feel like junky, cakey makeup. And it smells really nice. Like, not a strong smell, but just like a nice little clean scent. And there it is. And like, I don't know, I'm obsessed. And so it doesn't feel wet, it's not sticky, it feels really smooth, like glorious. And then in a couple of minutes, it stays smooth. It feels like you're wearing powder. It didn't like crease up and, like got my eye crinkles and stuff. The question is, does the shade match our existing shades? Yes. So the reason that they made it a part of the Touch line is so all the colors can match. So if you know that you wear Taffeta cream foundation, or Taffeta should be the same across all four pressed powder, cream foundation, concealer, and liquid foundation. If you order Taffeta in any of those, you should be getting the same color. And yes, I've made it super easy. So all you have to do is use your color matching stick. Yes, it feels super lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face. I love, love, love our BB cream, but as you know, it can leave kind of a dewy finish. You can feel kind of dewy and look kind of dewy. This dries matte. It's like a powdery feeling. I love it, as I keep touching my face. So should you get 2 shades lighter of concealer? Yes, 1 to 2 shades is what they recommend. One other thing to take into consideration is your skin tone. So like Taffeta is a little bit more yellow base than my natural skin tone. You can see down here, I'm kind of a cooler like red undertone, but it works as long as I blend it really well. But say You know, if you were more of like an olive tone and you went 2 shades lighter and that was like more of a cool tone, it just wouldn't look right. So 1 to 2 shades is what they recommend, if that makes sense. I'm going to get, and also, you know, in a couple months, I'm not going to be the same color. My tan, aka my freckles, will fade for the winter. So I'm going to need a lighter shade for the winter anyhow. So that was the concealer, and I'm so excited. You can use whatever you want to on top of this. The question was, can we use this with bronzer? So yeah, after you put this on, if you want to put on your blush, your bronzer, whatever you wear to finish it, if you wanted to contour, or was it do strobing or whatever. So this is kind of the base. I don't do much contouring or anything like that. I'm pretty basic. Like I said, I'm just getting into face makeup, so I will cover the basics, and other people can tell you how to do the cheekbones and stuff. But yes, so this is just like foundation. It's the start of the process, or you can wear it by yourself, which by itself, which is how I plan to wear it. So let's talk about the brow products real fast. Most of you guys have probably seen a little bit about these because we got these at convention, but they're in the collection, so I wanted to go through. I'm obsessed. I've never had brows before, and I've never really had good hair before, and all of a sudden I'm getting compliments on my hair and my brows, and I will do a hair tutorial another time. Because I found the easiest way to get this look and I love it. So, talk about the brow pencils real fast. One side is, it's like a dry mascara wand. They call it a spoolie brush because it's spiral, but this is, you can just brush your brows with it to get them in the shape you want. And they recommend brushing up in the middle part and then up and over to get your arch. My secret, my real brows end like right here, but with the brow pencil, I can get the illusion of an arch and I extend my brows. So again, real brow ends like right here, but I take them out to here with the pencil and it looks natural, and it actually like shapes my face for the first time. And then the actual pencil, it'll screw up like this. And to apply it, they recommended, again, the makeup artist recommended really fine hair-like strokes. So you don't want to like color it in. You want to just do little teeny strokes that look like they could be your natural hairs, and it's a more natural look. So that's that, and then you can fill in any spots that need filling. So super natural. This comes in 3 shades: light, medium, and dark. I accidentally used dark one day. It wasn't actually that bad, but medium would be the correct shade for me, and then light would be for someone who's really blonde, or maybe strawberry blonde, or maybe just doesn't need much color added. And then the brow gel, it's like a little teeny mascara wand. I've got some foundation still under my eye. It's so cute, and this has fibers built in. They're infused with our Uplift Eye Serum, so it's healthy on your brows, and it can kind of fill them in a little bit. So I already have some on, but I'll show you. It just goes on like this, and it just kind of tames everything and keeps it in place. So, and it feels kind of cool. People talked to me about brow gel before, and I was like, why would anyone want to put gel on their brows? And now I'm like, yay, brow gel. All right, and then last but very much not least is the Opulence lipstick. Ooh, it's so pretty. So I got Upscale, which is I think they call it a shimmery peach, maybe. Yeah, really pretty. It's pretty pale and nude on me. Like you can see what color, this is what color my lips are. I don't have anything on. So I will apply it for you now. If someone had ever told me I'd be applying lipstick live on Periscope, I would have said they're crazy. But so that's just the bottom lip. So it's really similar to my natural lip shade. It's just a little enhanced. There you go. But it's really creamy. It lasts a long time. And this is the color that's going to be coming in the new presenter kits starting September 1st. So that's actually a big reason that I got it, because I wanted to be able to try it and review it for the new presenter kits. I will eventually have all of these because I need them all, but I want to be able to describe the color for everybody. But as you guys I'm sure know, with lipsticks, lip gloss, lip pencils, the shades look different on everybody based on your skin tone and the natural tone of your lips. So it's going to look different on everybody, but this is a really great neutral and it's awesome. And I think that was it. So there are new products that are not in the Cloud9 collection. So we didn't get the, there's a new brush, which is a sponge applicator and an angle tip applicator that's designed to go with the palettes. And there's also there's new tweezers. There's tweezers. I'm so excited. They're on this brow kick, so they're giving us tweezers. But everything else is in there. So yeah, for liners, Kelly, yeah, I think that this would look good with pouty liner. Well, you can kind of, you know, if you did a darker liner like Pompous, you know, this would just kind of go on top, and I think it would blend really well. So you can kind of do whatever you want with this. It's a neutral. And yeah, I don't usually wear pale lipstick, but for whatever reason, I was like, this looks really good. So it makes me look more tan, I think. I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah. So does anybody have questions about any of the new products? Are what long lasting? The lipsticks? I think the question is, are they long lasting? The lipsticks, so this one for me, it's kind of hard to tell how well it's staying on because it's so close to my natural lip color. But I also have Stuck Up, which is the color that came in the Kudos for August, and that is very long lasting. It's not a stain, so obviously, you know, it's not going to have that, excuse me, that staying power. But yeah, it'll last. As far as lipstick goes, I'm so used to lipstick just, you know, coming off on my glass or coming off on anything. But yeah, Stuck Up has held up very well, as the other ladies are reporting right now in the comments. And I think a darker shade, you know, you'll be able to see better how well it stays on. But you can feel it on too. Like if my lips feel conditioned the whole time. No, it does not. My lips don't feel dry at all. My lips feel smooth. I don't need to put anything on top of it to make them feel moisturized. So I don't need a gloss on top. You know, you could add one if you wanted to, but I don't feel like I need that. I like having, I don't know, slippery lips. I usually put a gloss or like a chapstick on top of my lip stains because I like having that. But no, it's very creamy and long lasting. And everyone should have some. Anything else? I know, I'm so excited for you guys all to get these in your hands. Especially though, this is going to change my life right here. This foundation. Just because I've never had, I've never had my face feel like this with any sort of product on it at all. 15 pounds, I don't know. I know it's $19. The lipsticks are $19 US. But if you check online, we have all the prices on the fact sheets for the products on the Younique website. Yes, my profile picture is wearing this exact look. My hair was just a little bigger. There you go. Yes. All right. Anybody else with questions? I missed the first part of the questions that says like with lip stains. Yeah, and you can download your the catalogs in the back office and view all the different pricing for the different markets. All right, bye, Katie. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will post on YouTube. None of our products are SPF rated. So SPF is not an ingredient, it is a rating, which means sun protection factor. And all that means is that it's gone through a testing process to determine the protection factor you would get from the sun while wearing it. None of our products have been rated for SPF. So no. There are, you know, natural ingredients in some of our products that could provide some protection factor, but it's not something that we can claim. So, you know, they recommend anytime you're going to be out in the sun to put on a sunscreen under your makeup before you put it on. All right. Anybody else?
Yes.
I have a question behind me. Any questions out there?
Yeah. Right here.
Right there.
Right here.
Hello, hello. All right, well, thanks for tuning in or watching the replay. And yeah, all these products are available September 1st. 3dmascaramorgan.com is my website. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Who is that?